everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Daria and we have a new monthly theme because it's a new month. So for March, our theme is practice. With this theme, we'll be working on the more ritual side of yoga, dedicating and devoting ourselves to the daily practice and then watching what happens, seeing how we can make progress both on and off the mat with the patience in our practice. In today's class specifically, we'll be working on Sun Salutation A, Surya Namaskar A in classical Vinyasa. So for this class, all that you'll need is yourself and a space to move. And whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and get right into it. We'll get started standing at the top of the mat. So find your way to your feet. Bring your toes to touch. Leave a little sliver of space between your heels and then start to anchor the four corners of your feet down to the mat. So the big toe mounds, the pinky toes, and the heel on both sides. Try to feel these four connections through both of your feet evenly. Now, lift up through all of your toes. Feel as you lift your toes, a rush of energy up through the lines of your legs, lifting through your quads, through your pelvic floor, and then up into your spine. Then spread your toes wider and softly root all 10 toes back to the mat, but try to keep them spread wide. Spin your palms forward, soften your shoulders down your back, soften your eyes here just for a moment. Connect to your breath. Connect to your body. Begin breathing in and out through your nose, increasing your capacity to take in air with each inhale, breathing all the way to the tops of your lungs. Exhale with oceanic sound out through your nose, keeping the lips sealed. Breathe in, press down through all four corners of your feet. Breathe out and feel how simultaneously rooted you are to the earth while also expanding up through the sky, through the crown of your head. Take one last breath here. Set an intention or a devotion for your practice today, and let it be anything that comes to mind. Softly blink your eyes open. Take an inhale, circle your fingertips out wide and then all the way up overhead. Draw your palms together to touch and lift your gaze toward your thumbs. As you exhale, slide your heart toward the top of your mat, micro bend your knees, reach your inner thighs back, and then pour your torso down toward the earth. Uttanasana, forward fold. Drop your head at the bottom. Take an inhale, find halfway lift in the spine. Plug your belly button to your spine and then shoot your inner thighs back as your heart and your head stretch forward. Exhale, plant your palms. Step your feet back to high plank. Let's just hold here, pausing for a moment. Create a dome effect between your shoulder blades. So try to puff up the back of your heart high toward the sky. Keep your heels hovering over the balls of your feet and press them slightly backward. Then pull your toes and your hands toward each other to create deep core activation. Take an inhale here, shift forward so shoulders move in front of the wrists, claw down through your finger pads. As you exhale, bend your elbows, lower down halfway, elbows graze the ribs, chaturanga. Untuck your toes, inhale, press to upward facing dog. 4 points of contact with your mat, the tops of your feet and the heels of your hands. Inhale. As you exhale, hug belly button to spine, lift your hips up and back and find downward facing dog. Allow yourself a moment here to soften. Come back to the steady flow of your breath, the inhales and the exhales washing down your spine, combing away any tension, any holding, any sticky spots. Press your hands and feet away from each other as you reach your heart back toward your thighs, but keep the back of your neck long so that the crown of your head can stretch forward toward your thumbs. Take an inhale, gaze forward to the top of your mat. As you exhale, step slowly 1 foot at a time all the way back to a fold at the top of your space. Feet are together, toes touch, sliver of space between the heels, drop your head. Inhale, Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Create a flat back, ironing out your spine. And then exhale, bow forward. And this is our Sun A for this practice. And we're gonna flow through this 10 times total. So that was 1, we have 9 to go. And we'll gradually increase the pace with which we flow. Inhale, rise to stand, root your feet, lift your fingertips high, lift your gaze. As you exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Stay stretchy through your spine so the back is flat as heart goes toward thighs, crown of head toward toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank. Pause here again on this round. Try to claw down through all 10 of your finger pads, but press your index finger mounds to the earth. Create a quality of buoyancy here because of how much you're pressing away from the earth. It's almost like you're suspended in honey or something sticky. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, lower down halfway. Untuck your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Cobra is always an option if this is feeling crunchy in your low back today. Exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. Roll over your feet, press your palms down and forward. Take 3 smooth, steady breaths here. Breathe through your side bodies, between your shoulder blades, down your spine, down your hamstrings, your calves, your Achilles tendons. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Find a fold. Inhale, halfway lift, stretch it out. Exhale, bow, heart to thighs. A little more quickly. Inhale, root down through your feet. Fingertips are buoyant, reach them for the sky. Exhale, dive down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Halfway lift, elongate. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float back. Lower Chaturanga, no pause in the plank this time. Untuck your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Puff your heart to the top of your mat. Exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Allow your breath to increase in intensity as your practice does, so the breath mirrors the movement. As you inhale, gaze forward, lift your heels, bend your knees. Then at the bottom of your exhale, float to the top of your mat for a forward fold. Always skip that if you'd rather just step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, press down through your big toes and your pinky toes evenly. As you rise up to stand, fingertips toward the sky. Exhale, swan dive down, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, your version. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Try to comb it through any spaces that are still feeling tight. And begin to notice anywhere in your body that's starting to open up for you as well. Inhale, gaze forward, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees deeply at the bottom of the exhale. Float forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Fingertips reach toward the sky. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just 2 breaths here now, shortening the time between the sequences. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root your feet, reach your fingertips. Exhale, dive down, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, 2 breaths. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, float forward, fold. Halfway lift, elongate. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down, rise high. Exhale, dive down, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. If you're jumping back, keep your elbows micro bent as you land. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths, big full inhalation. Deep cleansing exhale through your nose. Knit your ribs together. One more inhale, press into the space between thumbs and index fingers. Exhale, can you float your heels just slightly closer toward the earth? Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, float forward, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, dive down, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel the activations, feel the heat building. We have 2 more rounds. Stay with it. Stay with your deep, full breaths. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, float to the top, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down, rise up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Comb the breath down your legs. Last time, inhale, lift your heels, gaze forward. Exhale, float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, and fold. Rise to stand, root your feet. Inhale. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, palms plant, step or float back, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, glide up and back. From down dog, take a big inhale through your nose. Imagine that your hands and your feet are like straws and you can drink the air up to your pelvic floor. As you exhale, take a big sigh out of your mouth to let something go. One more time. Inhale, gather in as much breath as possible. Exhale, sweet release, sigh out of your mouth. Good. Sink your knees all the way down to the mat. Shift your hips back to sit on your heels and then spin your palms up toward the sky. Close your eyes. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Try to become still here. Just observing, noticing. Allow your palms to soften as if they could spread wider through relaxation. Allow all 10 fingers to relax, all your knuckles and all your finger pads. Feel your heart beating inside of your chest. Draw your palms to meet at your heart center. Take one last moment here just to feel your body, noticing any movement, any activation, any energetic expressions moving through your physical space. You're welcome to lie down into Shavasana or keep moving any other way that feels good before moving into the rest of your day. But I'll close the practice here. So lift your thumbs up to your third eye and bow forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that felt good. I hope you're feeling warmed up and energized from all of that flowing. This is a great practice to come back to maybe every day before you do a longer practice or as something that you just make a part of your morning routine, especially if you're looking to build some more upper body strength and improve your chaturangas, your arm balances, poses like that. But I hope that you're doing really well wherever you are. If you're not already, you can subscribe to my channel down below. That really supports me. And I will see you very soon in another class. Bye.